Ragazzi, sono in live.
SK once more, or will SK to get pushed around? We've got Chaos, GA, and Mr. Leman up against Semantic Jeton and...
Oh, no. Raga, finale championship.
Skyrix. I know you don't like making predictions.
You know me so well.
Throw this at you anyway. Do you think we're going to get a repeat of last time?
I mean, this is the thing. Clash today have already gone the rounds, right? They've already had a number of match point scenarios versus free agent XOF. So for me, like, it's a question of whether that's aided their performance or whether that's going to go against them and hinder them, and maybe have worn them down in the process. Either way, I think that we'll probably get a pretty decent indication early on as to which team is going to take the forefront here.
Really, you don't think it's going to be like because between which team was it that played earlier? Oh God, these matches are all mixing into one. Was it? It was Code Magic Purple up against. No, it was Clash versus Free Agents that was really close, wasn't it? So you're not. It was,
Clash versus EXO free agents, the back-to-back match point scenarios. So they've been taking a number of hits today already, but they did end up being victorious. So they were able to continue up against that pressure and take it on the chin well and continue to just prevail here. The last game, SK looked so just comfortable going up against Code Magic, and whether that was because maybe Code Magic having a bit of a bad day, or maybe because SK just really feel like they are at the top of that game and don't really see Clash as being something to really worry about, maybe.
Well, I am personally hoping for another down to the wire match like that first amazing semi-finals. Let's take a look at what maps and modes are going to be played for our final match for this region. We are going to kick things off with Nuts and Bolts with Siege. We're going to move on to Split with Hot Zone, and then finally, well, I say finally, we're going to play some Hot Potato Heist. That's the first 3 games. That's if it's a 3-0. Moving on from there, we could see some Bounty on Canal Ground. We could see some Brawl Ball on Sneaky Fields, but who knows? Either way, this is going to be a match to watch. And now it's the moment. Yeah. Wait, Ruffs isn't banned. No, there's no Ruffs here. Stu has been banned, yes, but Mr. P, Amber, and Byron, we might actually see Ruffs in this match.
I think it's a really good thing. We haven't really seen too much of him today, so like maps like Split, that could be a viable option. Like having a good way to break open that middle. Definitely looking ahead of things as being an advantage Hot Potato as well. Even maybe potentially.
Okay, rest in peace to SK.
Good start for them. I do like the comps that we're seeing. I think pretty standard. Barley much better. Great bounce off the wall there from Chaos to get the takedown. That's going to make a big difference to the strength of this push, as SK can't really back it up as much. They would like a bit of a misplay there potentially from iChaos, as I'm sure he would like to have diverted the bot away from getting that damage, and they might be paying the price there. A pretty hefty amount of damage raining in. 22%. 32% is not really what you want to see in that earlier stage of the game.
No, that is a lot for a level 1 Siege bot. And also vitally, SK Gaming still have control of the map. Look at that, a team wipe. That is 3 bolts bang, 4, that's going to be 5, 6, a level 6 Siege bot coming in, maybe even 7. Yeah, 7 Siege bot coming in, and only 1 bolt collected by AC Milan Clash. This is a disaster for Clash.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly, the final push is the most important one really to obtain here, but with only 1 bolt banked by Clash, they're really not in any way prepared. The lead is still with SK. If they don't push this in 1, they'll have a bolt lead going in. I think they can potentially even go in and finish this right now. The hit is going to happen, and a great start for SK Gaming.
Yeah, that was Clash didn't really put up much of a fight there, unfortunately. That vital team wipe in the middle of the game, meaning that SK were able to get that level 7. That was the difference between them getting a level 7 Siege bot and potentially actually Clash winning the Siege overall. That 1 wipe was enough. And despite the great Sprout wall, there's just no way that AC Milan Clash could put a stop to all this huge onslaught of brawlers and the big Siege bot. I gotta say, things are looking good for SK. It's only 1 game in. I don't want to call it just yet. But based on the result of last month, this wasn't necessarily the start I was expecting.
I think for me, like, if you're going to play Sprout on Siege, you've really got to land those walls on the defense side of things. We saw a couple of slip-ups there on the Clash defensive side of things. Jess, on the other hand, obviously feeling much more comfortable with the Barley pick, getting some bolts. Not the most of that amount of damage, but I'm sure placing a ton of bottles on the map to control the flow of where Clash are able to go, and getting in those nooks and crannies so important playing Barley and a map like Siege to control and get those bolts in your favor. Hugely important for all. Looking forward to seeing much more of Barley going into this year. So I think he's in a really good place for Siege right now.
Barley is fantastic in this sort of mode. I mean, throw him on Heist as well, where you can tick damage to the save over time. But on Siege, with maps like this, with all of those choke points, we're now seeing Jetson continue to play Barley. But this time, AC Milan Clash have switched to 3 tanks.
Yeah, for me, I'm not too sure about not having a thrower, to be completely honest. I mean, triple tanks can be hard for SK to deal with here, and they are already getting to a good spot of pressure here, and they can just how they are going for brute force, it must be said. I think that if they can just continue the pressure and get the takedowns, and there's a double takedown between the Jetson there on the left-hand side, it could go in their favor. It also might not if the throwers can start to do their thing and really shut this one down.
This is so tight on either side. Double takedowns all over the shop. It is going to be 6 bolts to 5 at the moment. If Chaos can get away with those 2 bolts, which it looks like he can, we are looking at an AC Milan